On a recent trip to Anza-Borrego with my son Kai, we camped at Agua Caliente Campground and did a fun hike called Moonlight Canyon Trail that starts and ends at the campground. It's a short, relatively easy loop, but it packs in a surprising amount of variety, including open desert and a lush, narrow canyon. Moonlight Canyon Trail is about 2 miles total, laid out as a loop that starts and ends inside Agua Caliente Campground. This is a relatively easy hike with roughly 350 feet of elevation change, so it's approachable but still interesting enough to keep things engaging. The best time to hike is from fall through spring. Summer temperatures can be extremely hot, and a large part of the hike is exposed with little shade. From San Diego, it's an easy drive east on I-8 to Ocotillo and then north on S2 for about 27 miles. To reach the trail, you head to Agua Caliente County Park campground, which sits along County Route S2 in the southern part of Anza-Borrego. Parking is available in the day-use lot near the campground entrance or near the caravan area of the campground. Day-use fees apply, but you get access to the restrooms, water, picnic tables, and shaded areas, as well as the hot springs and the pool, which makes this a really convenient starting point for hiking, especially if you have kids with you. I doubt this trail gets very crowded, but obviously you can expect more people on weekends and holidays. The loop begins at the southeast corner of the campground near campsite 140. The first section climbs gradually through a lush wooded gully. It's one of those spots where the desert feels a little greener and more sheltered than you'd expect. Soon you'll come to a short, steep, rocky climb. After that initial climb, the desert opens up and follows along the western edge of a tall peak. This section is classic Anza-Borrego desert: cacti, ocotillo, brittle bush, and wide open views. At the high point of the loop, the trail bends north and starts descending into Moonlight Canyon. This is where the character of the hike really changes. The open desert gives way to steep canyon walls, and the temperature starts to drop almost immediately. The canyon is very narrow in sections and requires some easy scrambling. Nothing too technical, but enough to make it fun. When we came through, the ground was still wet from the recent rain, and the air was noticeably cooler than it had been just a few minutes earlier up on the exposed ridge. Parts of this section are surprisingly lush, with reeds and palms lining the canyon floor and forming tunnels in places.
All right, here we go. Yeah.
Into the jungle.
You know it was cool in here.
You guys should have done this trail last night, man.
Yeah. You know, Jason would have.
Yeah, he was down.
Yeah, but Jeff was not ready for it.
He was not having it.
Pilgrimage.
Well, you never know with coyotes and stuff, man.
Wildlife sightings along the trail can include quail and jackrabbits, and if you're out early, there's a chance of spotting bighorn sheep on the surrounding hills. Leaving the canyon, the sandy trail opens up and gently curves back towards the campground. Overall, Moonlight Canyon Trail is an easy, well-rounded desert hike that offers more variety than you'd expect for its length. If you're planning to visit or stay at Agua Caliente Campground, this is a great loop to add to your trip. Hope this was helpful, and please remember to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.